All right, Matthew. Stunning day on Saturday with Princess Charlene's name being used in the Empress Club. Burrahin starts the day off, son of Give Me the Green Light. I see he's already favourite.
Yeah, I don't know what they based that on, but he is a smart horse, been showing us some nice work, but definitely going to be better over further. Haven't studied the field, but if it's nothing too speedy, I'm sure if he's not too green, he can be right there.
No better day than to continue the good form than on the Princess Charlene race day. Exquisite Touch gets you going in race number 2 with some cracking form. 3 wins in a second.
Yeah, she's a very good filly. Obviously, her credentials are not in doubt. However, this is a prep run for the computer form sprint. It was supposed to be last week, which was a 3-week gap, which would have been perfect. I had to think long and hard before we actually decided to take our place here. So yes, it's a prep run. I hope she can come through and win anyway, but this should just bring her to a peak.
Then we move on to the second, where you've got Jazala.
Yeah, she shows very good work at home. We're putting the blinkers on her as we feel she hasn't quite given us her best just yet. She's fit and well, it's a strong field, but we expect a good run.
And then on to Flexible Fugitive, the first leg of the place accumulator.
Yeah, he's a professional maiden. Seems to never find the winner's box. Anyway, I think on Saturday, if he found the winner's box, we'd all be pretty pleased with the stake money. He's in good form, good draw, so I think he's one that'll probably be in the first 4 again.
Bucky's, who was anything but disgraced in his debut.
Yeah, I felt it was a reasonable showing. He did do his best work late. He seems to have improved a bit after that race and certainly knows a bit more about racing. So he's definitely got an outside chance. Panther Strike, I think, he's going to want more ground. However, maybe we could be a bit more positive on him over here. He certainly should improve. And Hafler, I think she's done nothing wrong. She's got a good draw. She gets her weight allowance from the boys. So obviously she's a runner. There's no point commenting on the reserve runners at this stage. Yeah, so I think it's a reasonable coupling. Obviously, everybody just needs to bear in mind this was a lucky draw on how you got into the race. So people that study form should be able to narrow it down quite easily.
And I think JJ van der Linden's in partnership with this filly, race number 4, The Driver.
Yeah, she's a good mover. Hasn't been the most straightforward horse to work with, but she might just need the run a little bit. But she is a good mover and one that you can definitely include.
She's been quite a busy filly.
Yes, Sylvez, I think she's looking for the extra. She's a big girl, so there's no problem with backing her up and running her close. However, you've got to draw 14, and basically you're going to have to drop her out and hope that you get lucky. She is well enough and fit enough to have a winning chance, but from the draw, not much confidence.
I know you've got a bit of a soft spot for this filly, Oh My Darling. She came to the party nicely last time out.
Yeah, she seems to be in a good space, really sound and happy, as she has been pretty problematic in the past. Another good draw. We're expecting another bold showing.
And then, of course, she threw her stable companion, Pearl of Bahrain, into the deep end last time out. How did she come out? Can she swim?
Yeah, listen, she didn't give us her best, though, we feel. She's taken the racing well. Might have just been 1 or 2 big steps too soon for her in her career. Anyway, put the blinkers on her. She seems to work well at home in them. Hopefully she can reproduce that.
Last time we spoke to you, said to us, this could be the get-out stakes and make me happy. Certainly did that in the last race that she ran in.
Yeah, she's a nice filly. I think she's an up-and-coming sort. I said she was probably better than she's rated. Hopefully she's still got a few points in hand. Expecting another big run.
Okay, it all went pear-shaped for Cascapedia when she went to Cape Town. No doubt that she's a very good filly. I would expect her maybe just to need the run when you look at what's behind her.
Yeah, 100%. She will need the run. It's never easy coming back from being as sick as she was. So she's, in saying that, she's been doing well, still blowing a little bit in her work, so definitely going to improve with this run.
And I was expecting more from Fish River in KwaZulu-Natal. She's a lovely filly.
She is. Things didn't quite go away there. Just ended up being too far back, and that short straight's difficult to make up ground. Trying the blinkers on her as well, as also she sets the tracks a lot at home and hasn't really done that at the course just yet. It was a bit inconsistent. In good form, just it's a bit more of a hopeful entry, but she's in a good space and hopefully with the blinkers she can be right there.
And then Orchid Island, something clearly amiss with her last time out.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. We can't put our finger on it, but just not herself. Even Anthony said she could just feel as he turned for home, she wasn't herself. Anyway, put a line through it. She is better than that, and I'm sure she won't disgrace herself on Saturday.
And then they don't come around too frequently, but this beautiful girl behind you, she took Legal Eagle right into the red line last time out. Have you got her absolutely spot on for this engagement as a defending champion?
Yeah, Andy, everything's gone very smoothly, touch wood. I'm very happy. The last one was very exciting. I think everyone loved the race. It was a great finish. She's got a good draw. Everything's in her favour. You know, if Another Russia pitches up on Saturday, I'm sure she'll be the one to beat, I guess.
And lovely to see her getting the sun on her back and enjoying the freedom of being out.
Yeah, she's a little bit spoilt.
Yes, Safe Harbour certainly got the class. She's had a little breathing issue of late, which is obviously not ideal. But we feel we've got her in a very good place and space for this run. Very tough race. Obviously, Another Russia coupled with the Cape contingent, and obviously Another Russia's stable companions are fairly accomplished too. Yeah, I think Simply Royal is not out of it. I think she's very good filly. She's out of it at the weights, yes, and on form lines, etc. But I think she's good enough to step up and be competitive here. I think heaps of fun. Although we have been sprinting her of late, she has won a Group 2 over a mile, so she's always a nice wild card to have as an extra. And then Tahini, she doesn't always run to the same level of ability, but when she runs her best races, they are top draw. So I'd say looks hard to beat Another Russia. Obviously happy to have all four in, but I would have to say that Simply Royal is the elect.
As we move on to the 8th race, final leg of the jackpot, both Tambalang and Witchcraft. Not their best performances last time out, but certainly not short of ability on their best.
Yeah, I think it was a very muddling pace, Andrew. In fact, Witchcraft was in front and she was going way too slow, but at the same time travelling too hard. So, yeah, for me, I'm happy to just put a line through those two runs. I may be wrong, but I feel they're both way better than that run. And foolhardy as it may be, I'm just ignoring the last outing for both of them. And they're both in a good place and hard to separate the two of them.
So both definitely worthy inclusions in all exotics.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to give anybody confidence to leave either of them out. So, yeah.
All right, then on to the horse that runs in Eric van Niekerk's colours. He started off with 4 consecutive seconds. Clearly, he's not going to Hollywood, but he's a horse that's earning his keep.
Listen, he's going to raise his game. I wouldn't knock him just yet. His last run is best ignored. I think the straight mile was a mistake on my part, and even though he is drawn 13, he is the type of horse that you can drop him out and he'll finish strongly. So this is not a bad horse to include.
And then in the final race, always nice to see those colours coming to the head of affairs, because not only is the name Terry going to go up in lights from the trainer's perspective, but there's also money coming your way with the syndicate.
Yeah, he too takes his place on Thursday. However, he's a hard-knocking 5-year-old, and if he takes his run well, we will certainly back him up. 1400 maybe a touch on the sharp side. He hasn't got a draw. Yeah, it's not the strongest field, so we would probably look to take our chances in the lineup if he happens to take his run well, and you'd assume even though it is 2 days later, he would have a chance.
Finally, if you had to pick one horse of the day that you reckon is really good value, I'm reading between the lines. My horse from this interview, I take out Simply Royal. Is there anything else that represents good place value, good win place value?
I don't know how they're betting, Andrew, so I can't really comment, but I did see the betting for the main race, and she was 20-1, Simply Royal that is, and I believe she ain't no 20-1 chance.